Hi, I'm Terrie O'Connor, and I want to share with you something that I've been doing for a number of years along with my team here at Terrie O'Connor Realtors. We're sleeping out November 17th on the streets of Newark. We're sleeping out to help us raise money to be able to support the wonderful young people who find their way, fortunately, to Covenant House to perhaps be able to turn their lives around. Many of these young people are homeless, they're on the streets, they've aged out of foster care, they have no place to go, and they wind up being trafficked, being homeless, being just totally abandoned. If they find their way to Covenant House, or we're fortunate enough to go and find them under railroad trestles, on the streets, in dark buildings, and get them there, we have an opportunity to be able to help them. And they, who take advantage of that wonderful opportunity, have had some of the most magnificent stories. I remember one story of a young woman who shared with us that she had found her way to Covenant House in New York, actually. She was pregnant. She actually had already had one baby. And at Covenant House, she was just 18 years old. She was able to get shelter, get love, get guidance, get some help, get her high school diploma, and eventually start college. Well, fast forward a number of years later, when I met her two children, who are both in college now, and she's a professor at a major university here in New Jersey with a PhD. I mean, these stories are sometimes not quite so extraordinary, but they're extraordinary for the person whose lives are being affected. Take a young person who is homeless and on the streets and hasn't felt loved in a long time, or at all perhaps, and comes into Covenant House and finds that people care about him and they're going to teach him or her ways to be able to have a life and to be able to support themselves. Some of them go back and get their high school diplomas, they get their college diplomas, or they get jobs in the trades. They be able to have apartments and be able to start living a life and perhaps someday build a family and a future for themselves. Every kid doesn't make it. Some of them leave. Some of them bounce back again several times before they actually sort of get on, their feet on the ground. We have babies. We have all sorts of wonderful things that we're able to help with who, by all sort of circumstances, would still be on the street. So please give us a hand. I want you to help us with our fundraising. If you can make a donation, please do. It's Terrie O'Connor Realtors. Over the years, we've raised well north of $150,000, just my team, for this wonderful, wonderful organization. It's one I believe in with my whole heart, and I hope you'll help us. Thank you.